The dismantling of Google's colossal search monopoly, celebrated as a monumental victory for competition and consumers, is secretly paving the way for your most personal digital life to be carved up and sold by a shadowy network of private equity firms and data brokers you've never even heard of. You think breaking up Google is a win for privacy? Think again. It's a carefully orchestrated maneuver to atomize your digital identity among entities even less accountable, far from the public spotlight. By the time these words end, you will possess a new, chilling clarity on how the legal battle against one tech giant is inadvertently forging a new, decentralized, and far more opaque data ownership structure, a search syndicate, whose primary goal is not innovation, but the systematic monetization of your digital exhaust, operating entirely beyond the reach of public scrutiny. For 2 decades, Google has stood as an undisputed colossus in the digital realm. Consider the sheer scale. Its search engine processes trillions of queries every single year. Its global market share hovers consistently around 92%, a figure that is not merely dominant but outright monopolistic. This unparalleled command over how information is found online also granted it immense power over the accompanying advertising ecosystem. From the moment you type a query into that gleaming white box, Google's sophisticated algorithms are not just delivering results, they are also meticulously collecting every single keystroke, every clicked link, every scroll, every second spent on a page. This created a single, massive, extremely well-guarded digital vault where your preferences, your interests, your intent, and your very identity were stored. The United States Department of Justice, alongside a coalition of 50 state attorneys general, initiated landmark antitrust lawsuits against Google, the first in October 2020, alleging illegal monopolization in both the search and search advertising markets. The complaints detailed a labyrinthine web of exclusionary agreements, including pacts with device manufacturers and browsers to pre-install Google Search as the default. The public cheered. Lawmakers saw an opportunity to rein in what many perceived as an unchecked corporate leviathan. The narrative was simple: break up Google, restore competition, empower consumers, ensure a fairer internet. It all sounded so promising. But the singular fact of Google's centralized data collection, for all its potential pitfalls, actually offered a strange form of accountability. When your entire digital footprint for search was under one roof, there was one clear entity to point to, one set of privacy policies, one company that could be hauled before Congress, one target for a multi-billion-dollar fine. You knew, broadly speaking, who had your data. It was the tech behemoth everyone loved to hate. This massive aggregation, in an odd twist of fate, simplified the landscape of accountability, giving regulators and privacy advocates a single, massive target. This is where the grand illusion begins to unravel. The proposed remedies to Google's dominance, hailed as victories, involve structural separation and interoperability requirements. In theory, this means breaking Google's grip on key parts of its ad tech stack, or forcing it to share data and access with smaller competitors. This is where the unseen forces quietly move in. Think about that for a second. Instead of one massive, heavily fortified digital vault, you are about to have your most sensitive search data, your online habits, your very intent, splintered across hundreds of smaller, less visible, and critically, less regulated digital safes. The structural remedies don't just create more choice in search engines. They create a porous, distributed network where your data is no longer held by a single, familiar, if flawed, guardian. Instead, your queries, your clicks, your browsing habits, every breadcrumb of your digital life will now be funneled to a multitude of specialized search entities, niche ad exchanges, and data aggregators. Who are these new gatekeepers? This is where the Search Syndicate truly takes shape. Picture investment funds with names like Thoma Bravo, Vista Equity Partners, or Silver Lake. These are not benevolent tech startups building a better search engine for you. These are private equity powerhouses and sophisticated corporate actors operating far from public view. Their entire business model is predicated on acquiring and consolidating these smaller, specialized data assets. They target ad tech firms, niche data analytics companies, and specialized search providers that may focus on specific verticals: shopping, health, travel, finance. Their motivation is not innovation or consumer experience. It is the ruthless acquisition of data assets, optimizing them for maximum advertising revenue, and creating entirely new revenue streams by combining disparate data sets. They are assembling vast, interconnected data empires, piece by piece, powered by your fragmented digital identity. When was the last time you read the privacy policy of a background ad network that just acquired 3 smaller data brokers? Before, your search data was mostly funneled through Google, processed by Google, stored by Google. One entity, one albeit lengthy privacy policy, one visible target for regulatory ire. After the anticipated outcomes of these antitrust interventions, you will find your information circulating across dozens of entities. Each will have its own opaque terms, its own data sharing agreements, its own vulnerabilities. These players exist in the shadows, unburdened by the quarterly public reporting requirements of a Google, untouched by the searing glare of congressional hearings, and largely ignored by consumer watchdogs focused on the headline-grabbing giants. They are optimized for profit from data, not public good, and their very obscurity is their greatest asset. You thought Google tracked you everywhere? Just wait until you're being tracked by 30 different collaborating companies in a data-sharing free-for-all. This new reality reveals 3 critical insights into how the tech industry truly operates. First, we have been sold the illusion of choice. The proliferation of smaller search engines, born from the dissolution of Google's absolute dominance, does not inherently grant you more privacy. On the contrary, it cultivates a more fractured, more widespread data footprint. The data collection process does not stop, it simply decentralizes. The antitrust goal of fostering competition in the market has been conflated with, but does not equate to, an increase in your personal privacy. Second, understand the rise of data arbitrage. These new players are not primarily competing on the quality of their search results or the elegance of their user interface. Their true competition lies in the efficiency of their data acquisition and the ingenuity of their monetization tactics. They will engage in elaborate data trading schemes, combine your seemingly disparate digital crumbs in novel and unforeseen ways, all far from the public eye. Imagine trying to keep tabs on your personal finances when your bank account is suddenly split across 10 different, unregulated microbanks, each with different fees and opaque access rules. That's your digital life now. And third, grasp the hidden cost of demonopolization. What initially appears to be a resounding victory for consumers on the surface is, in a tactical sense, a retreat for the established giant, strategically opening up new, rich avenues for sophisticated, opaque data exploitation. It's not breaking up a problem, it's decentralizing and distributing it, making it exponentially harder to monitor, regulate, or even fully comprehend. The true monopoly isn't in search results, it's in the unseen infrastructure designed to harvest human attention and intent. This unfolding scenario transcends the immediate confines of the tech industry. It reaches into the very foundations of our society. This isn't just about Google or the nuances of your search history. Consider the profound impact on democracy and an informed citizenry. When the gatekeepers of information multiply and recede into opacity, who truly controls the narrative? Who decides which granular data points are leveraged to target political advertisements, to subtly manipulate public opinion, or to steer voter behavior? A fragmented data landscape makes accountability nearly impossible to achieve, eroding the very trust essential for a healthy public discourse. Furthermore, this represents a significant and unsettling shift in economic power. The authority over our digital lives is moving from visible tech giants, however flawed, to an invisible cadre of financial entities, private equity groups, shadow brokers, and their acquired data assets. This is not a dismantling of digital capital, it is a calculated redistribution, quietly placing unprecedented power over our most intimate digital selves into hands that operate entirely outside of public scrutiny, driven by profit above all else. Let that sink in. The antitrust system, originally designed to protect consumers and foster fair competition, is being inadvertently re-engineered, exploited by these unseen forces, eroding public trust in the very mechanisms meant to safeguard the public. You now see the Google antitrust story not as a simple win for the little guy, but as the calculated restructuring of an entire digital economy, quietly putting your most personal information into new, colder hands. Understanding these hidden power plays is your only defense in an increasingly complex digital world. The Circuit Brief pulls back the curtain on these intricate mechanisms, revealing the unseen forces shaping your future. Stay with us. There is so much more to uncover about how the systems that define our lives are truly built, and for whom.